So if you guys remember when I played Strange Horticulture, so this one's called Strange Antiquities, and it's made by the same people who made Strange Horticulture, blah, 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 blah. But it's dealing in antiquities. As a thaumaturge's apprentice, there is a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it is important to identify the harmful from the harmless, the potent from the mild. It was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Eli left the shop, Strange Antiquities in my hands. None of us knew that by then the pendulum was already swinging with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. The ravens were an omen, a circling unkindness of black wings and cheerless cries that seemed, even then, to signal the start of a rising dread. Ooh, ink. Inky, inky. Loading. Alright, I'm gonna let this, load real quick, and I will be right back. I'm gonna go get Wolves a treat. Alright, he has been given a strawberry ice cream cone kiss. That is his treats now. I have stuck it in my drawer. Kitty! And Mickey. Look, little bug. Oh. The thaumaturge, Eli White, visits. Eli is a thaumaturge, a collector and curator of powerful objects. Objects that, to the untrained eye, may appear dull and lifeless. But that in the right hands and armed with the right knowledge can be a gateway to so much more. For Eli, the quest to unearth and understand each new object has been the driving force of his adult life. As owner of Strange Antiquities, Eli is a stern master. He knows firsthand what can happen. God, wow. Let me try again. He knows firsthand what can happen if the right precautions are not taken. He doesn't tend to show much emotion, but he does have a more tender side. A side that is mostly reserved for the store's cat, Jupiter. This is Jupiter, kitty kitty. Devourer of souls? Jupiter is the thaumaturge's cat, or more accurately, Eli is Jupiter's thaumaturge. Jupiter found strange antiquities, perhaps drawn to the curiosities within, and made it his home. Eli was more than happy to accommodate him, but he learned early on that Jupiter was his own master. His business is his own, but it largely consists of regular naps, terrorizing rodents, and midnight exploration of Undermere and beyond. What he does on his excursions is mystery, but he seems to be well known among the town's residents. Kitty! I have been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravenglass and must leave at once. I am leaving the shop in your care with some reluctance, I might add. But you make use of my reference material. Here, take this. Thank you. This is an index in the back that may be useful to you. If in doubt, study it carefully. And remember that there are more powerful artifacts here. Oh, it's misspelled. Under no circumstances should you seek entry to any locked doors, drawers, or cupboards. In fact, safest not to touch anything at all. I should be back in a few days. Okay. But how am I supposed to assist people if I am not allowed to touch anything? Hello. Oh, wait. Congratulations, today is the day you meet the great Thomas Pope. That's me. I'm a man of two loves, fresh mountain air and a little white dog named Hamish. but I reserve some room for laughter among friends and shops with cats in them. Yeah. If you would be so kind, I'm looking for a replacement for my hunter's boon. Hunter's boon. Use things on items to inspect them. Color and... Oh. Raised detail. Bronze. I have nothing to remark. My heart feels lighter. Okay. Hunter's boon. Hunter's boon. A hunter's boon is a primitive item. They grant the power of the predator, enhancing perception and agility. They are made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized. They are simple items without embellishment. Okay, so taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized. What about this? It gives me a sensation of power. I have nothing to remark. Smooth but with hard ridges. A yellowy brown. I'm going to assume that this is it. Nice. This is a tiger's tooth, a trophy from a predator. On close inspection, it gives a sensation of power. Awesome. I was right. Hehehehe. Selenic totem. You can add labels to items while inspecting them using right click. Where's the... Okay, so red paint or perhaps blood? Stone. It's hard and cool. I have nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Okay. Hello. The nights are drawing in again. Dark shadows hide dark deeds, or so my father always used to say. Seems like the shadows have grown darker since he passed 2 winters gone. A creeping dark has set up in my house. I'm told a shadow hold will draw it out. Shadow hold. Oops, no. Bring it back. Shadow hold. Oh, shadow holder does that thing. That wasn't the item I was looking for. I should slow down and think this through more carefully. Ooh. Oh. What? Oh, okay. A shadow... Okay, I jumped the gun. A shadow hold or Shattuck vessel is a container of any kind, sometimes a jar, bottle, or some sort of box. It can be used to contain a Shattuck spirit, the manifestation known as creeping dark. Pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. Okay, Shading Spirit, Creeping Dark. They are decorated with an elaborate design called a Shadow Catcher. So this is a Shadow Catcher design. But apparently not... Oh, this has a design on it. Pungent. Markings have been carved in. Hard and somewhat rough. And it's clay. Alright. What about... Ooh, no, not the plant. Alright, I jumped the gun because I thought that was it. Is a container of some kind. Design on the bottom is the same as the sketch. But see... Sunbond. These are exactly the same, except for this is slightly rotated. There is an auto-labeling option in the settings if adding labels by hand isn't your thing. Okay, hold on. So this is a hunter's boon. Hunter's... Oops. Hunter's... boon. Yeah, hunter's boon and a shadow hold. Oh, holding shift shadow hold. Shadow hold. Done. I could do this. Kitty, kitty. what's this? Okay. Hey, Mailman! Hey, Mailman! David Schaefer. What's with all these ravens flying around under mirror today? I can't remember ever seeing anything like it. Not a good day to be the sort who believes in dark omens. A letter for you. Okay, thanks. We discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in the boatyard last night. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. That man does not like to burn things. Or, that man does like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's nothing of much use here, but I thought of you when I came across an entry on the Shin? Charlie Weathers. Oops. I keep doing that. So, Kitty. It's Harry Potter. I want an Osik ring. Osik. That's a pleasing word on the tongue. Okay. An Osik ring. These somewhat macabre objects were originally made as offering to the goddess, Korchin, but the practice fell out of favor as belief waned. They are hard to come across now, but they are occasionally sought out for their ability to keep vermin at bay. Some say that they can hear Korchin's unearthly hiss when they hold an Orsic ring up to the ear. Is it maybe this? Okay. I was expecting it to smell worse than it does. A soft sound like a serpent whisper emanates from within. Here we go. Classic green. Boop. Alright. Classic ring. Good to know. Edmund Bishop. The behavior of these ravens is disturbing to say the least. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens are omnivores, carrion eaters mostly, but they'll take anything they can get their talons into, and they'll kill if necessary. A voice of Cernunnos might help put me at ease, or it might do the opposite. A voice of Cernunnos. The name Voice of Cernunnos is used to refer to any bronze torque that has certain imbued properties with skill. Such an item can be used to read the patterns of nature that are otherwise hidden to us. Oh, maybe that's what this is. Because it's got this necklace here. Is this it? Nice. Made a bronze similar looking item appears around the neck of Cernunnos in the sketch. Voice of Cernunnos. Spirit Eye. Oops. Voice of Cernunnos. I'm pretty sure I spelled that wrong. Cernunnos. Voice of Cernunnos. Unos. OS. Sorry, it was... Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, okay, there we go. I accidentally hit a button and took myself to a whole new desktop. Kitty. The ornithologist, Edmund Bishop. The 14th Lord of Gliston Castle is a man of wealth and privilege with the 13th before him. He's a man who would be easy to despise, as his father was, but he is well loved by those who know him. Now retired, he was a professor of ancient languages at the University of Cumbria, but his real passion is birds. His students learn to divert particularly dense lectures on Latin declension by asking about local owl species, or by quizzing the professor on incredibly exotic bird calls. Edmund was only too happy to oblige, spending hours recounting stories of his adventures in Africa and New Zealand. Ooh. In the day. Day 1. Black Mare thundered through the icy rain. Shining white as the silver moonlight, her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold, and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Backmarrow. Ooh. Suspicious. Oh! Okay. Interesting. An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. Wow. Wait, so does that mean... Yeah, let's turn on auto-labeling. Is there a map? Wow. Sorry, kitty. Verna Green. Oh, well, that's just perfect. Undermere fizzing with fear over these ravings, and the thaumaturge has left his apprentice in charge. Sorry, my dear, that was rude. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who got out of the wrong side of the bed. These ravens have got under my skin is all. Please do let Eli know that I was looking for him next time you see him, and pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. Alright. Hermetic Symbology. There are 3 branches of thaumaturgy. Each of these is split into 2 disciplines represented by the following symbols: celestial, diurnal, and individual. Imbuements, elements, materials, mundane elements, planetary metals, seasons, weather. Ooh, Wicca. Nice. It's okay. Tess Sherwood, she's cute. I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospects. I heard a horned shackle might be the answer. A horned shackle. An example of an elaborate horned shackle. Horned shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become worn smooth over the years. They can be worn as pendants, but are more commonly totems of some kind. Alright, so I'm assuming it'll have horns? This? Bronze. Rigid, smooth. I have a strong sense of being watched. Hard and somewhat rough. Sheet metal of some kind, probably pewter, bone yellowed white. Polished. Is it worn? I mean, this is worn smooth. Nope. Oops, okay. My bad, my bad, my bad. They can be worn as pendants, but are more commonly totems. Totems. More commonly totems. Is it this? Or pointy, textured, polished. I am overcome by a warm, loving emotion. Hold on, girl. Give me a moment. I don't know. Oh my god, that's not good. Oh no. Oh my gosh, it's this. I feel dumb. I should have looked at everything. Sorry, girl. Hey, David Schaefer. You got any mail for me? At least the weather's looking a little better out there today. Good day. You might be interested to hear that my plow overturned a strange-looking object yesterday. Come to the farm and it's yours, for the right price, of course. Kind regards, John Royston. I have a growing fear deep within me. I cannot let it take hold. Oh. The Occult Scholar. Verona Green. Verona has been a constant in Undermere for as long as the streets have had cobblestones and the churches have had bell towers. She is respected and feared, which she revels in, and she is revered and admired, which she tolerates. Revered, not revered, sorry. Her knowledge of the occult world is second to none, and her expertise has steered the citizens of Undermere away from catastrophe on more than one occasion. The near misses of the Selenic fame and the Woken Dendru are two such events that spring to mind. She is of the option that no problem is so great, no obstacle so insurmountable, that it can't be diminished by a properly brewed pot of tea. Ah, Jupiter, we meet again. Our paths crossed late last night on Princess Street. We shared a moment before he sunk off into the dark on important business, no doubt. I wonder if you could help me. I'm visiting my grandmother late, and I wanted to bring her something. She lives all alone on the edge of town, out on Clanbrook Road, and I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. I thought maybe a moonheart would bring her some comfort. Moonheart. Ooh, no. Okay. I need to find something that talks about Moonheart. Let's look up the word Moonheart. Moonheart. Blackheart. Launch, curse, danger, dark, demon. Eesh. Diseased. Heart chamber. Mind. Moonheart. Sonic totem. These carved totems, more commonly known as moonhearts, can be imbued with a sentiment of feelings such as love or joy, and then held tightly to recall the same feeling. Ooh, this. Because when I did the mind thing on it, it said that I felt the presence of love. Carved totem, especially with the night, it bears a concealed crescent shape. Using the closer respect tool tells me it imparts a feeling of joy. Nice. I love the cats. Daisy Winters. A friend of mine, or former friend I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past few weeks, including one that was a gift from my late grandmother. Do you have a suitable pendant that I could leave lying out for her to find that will teach her a lesson and make sure it never happens again? A binding seed or a 𝒊𝒏𝒌𝒔? What's a 𝒊𝒏𝒌𝒔? What about the neck to place them closer to the heart? These innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia that can be difficult to remove. 𝒊𝒏𝒌𝒔s are made of any single material except wood or clay. They typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surfaces. Okay, what's about a binding seed? These items are made of 2 distinct materials, representing the mentic and the wixic, the mind and the body. The winding path, the mind, is described by a spiral encompassing the body, the seed. A binding seed is a form of punishment that implies feelings of guilt and shame. Ooh. Ooh. Mintic and Lixic. The mind of the body. The mind. Winding path, mind. Is described by a spiral encompassing the body. Let's see. I notice a slight out-of-body feeling like my hands belong to somebody else. It's rough and pitted. It appears to be a fossilized creature of some sort. Nothing to remark. I was expecting it to smell worse than it does. Hard and cool or gold. I don't like how this makes me feel. Okay, I think it's this. Binding seed. Binding seed. The item is made of two materials, wood and stone, and features a spiral surrounding a seed. Will make her feel guilty. We found a man just now in that house where all them ravens were. I wish I hadn't seen, but I did. He was sheet white, but it was his eyes that were going to give me nightmares. All black they were. It was like we weren't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for another sign. I'm taking my family to Sedberg, and I'll be taking 𝑳𝒊𝒏𝒌𝒔 to see us safely through. 𝑳𝒊𝒏𝒌𝒔. Okay, 𝑳𝒊𝒏𝒌𝒔s are purported to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change, but they are not held in high regard by most scholars of the occult. Oh, my coffee. That being said, an imbuement of wisdom shows that 𝑳𝒊𝒏𝒌𝒔 is not merely decorative. There is a power in symbology, as the old thaumaturge knew well. Okay, so makes you feel smart, I guess. Rough and gnarled. Has an energy about it. No, I already did that one. I was kind of hoping a sense of foreboding. I was kind of hoping it would be something. I feel pulsating power like a beating heart. My heart feels lighter. This might be a tough one. The willows are purported to offer reassurance at times of upheaval and change, but they are not held in high regard by most scholars of the occult. An imbuement of wisdom shows that 𝑳𝒊𝒏𝒌𝒔 is not merely decorative. There is a power in symbology, as the old thaumaturges knew well. An imbuement of wisdom. Imbuement of wisdom. I wonder. It's a heart chamber. Oh, creepy. Oof, this is hard. Change. Change. heart feels lighter. Erase detailing and bronze. Gold gemstones, cool to the touch. This doesn't make me feel anything. Part of some rough grave details. Probably pewter. Taking our blood to keep us safe. Kinda hoping. Rough and gnarled. Substance flakes often leaves a mark on my fingertips. Iron gray metal flecked with dark red. It's not rust, it's blood. Wonderful. It has an energy about it. Shadow hold. Nothing to remark. Cool and smooth. Surprisingly warm. Fluorescent blue. Bronze. Raised detailed. Am I just stupid? Possibly. I thought it would make you, like, feel smarter. Textured pointy. Clay. I was expecting it to smell worse than it does. Gold, withered flesh. Grim. Leathery and bony, quite unpleasant to touch. Do I even have what you need? I notice a slight out-of-body feeling like my hands belong to somebody else. Measure is roughed and pitted. A strong sense of being watched. Smooth, rigid. I cannot fuck this up. I'm already, like, really high up on this thing. Oh, God. Well, I know it's not that. Shit. Pulsating power like a beating heart. I'm scarred. Sense of foreboding. Why is this so hard? I wonder if I can identify other stuff. Just warned by priests and holders and various related to death and the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection will songs truth to seek his judgment path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. Heart chamber. When he slew it, he trapped its soul along with his power in an item known as the Wraith Chamber. Heart chambers are based on this mythical object, but they have morphed over time into a way to keep a loved one close to her after death. That one looks like that. I think this is the heart chamber. I'm pretty sure. Heart chamber. I'll even mark it red. Pretty sure that's a heart chamber. A hearing charm takes the form of animals known for their hearing. Simple trinket that amplifies sounds, which are generally used by the hard of hearing. Their custody can be enjoyed by young and old alike, and of course they have more devious applications too, making it possible to eavesdrop on private conversations. I bet it's this. Guise of Alien. This item can allow the bearer to pass unrecognized. If used for a length of time, the wielder can begin to lose their sense of self. Their Manes of bygone creatures have been used in thaumaturgy for centuries, from petrified teeth and bones to trilobites, ammonites, and devil toenails. A Geyser is one such item that makes use of this ancient source of power. I'm pretty sure... I think this is the guys. Guys... and I'll make it red. Guys of Lillian. Eyes of Trinos. San Unos. Known as the Eyes of the Forest, ancient artifacts that enable one to enter the minds of lesser creatures. It is alleged that themselves wielded an eye. Ooh. This stone item weighs the same as a man's heart, according to popular myth. The truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items is nevertheless important and should not stay more than a hair from precisely 1 pound. Huh. Stone. I'm trying to... They are placed on the chest of those in a coma to draw them out. Well, it could easily be that. Can't be that. Yeah. God, Labula. Labula. What is the Labula? Take the Labula to see us safely through. Ethereal key. Binding seed. Ares Rement. I'm wondering if this is Ares Rement. Objects induce a form of synesthesia, where colors and tones, light and shadow, can be felt through touch. They are sometimes used by those who work in low light conditions, such as miners. Upheaval and change. During the Other Red Knives, an Orford spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity of thought, although perhaps not for the goat. I mean... pretty sure... that's blood. I'm wondering if it's that. The other thing I could think of is this. So, this and this are the two. I feel like this is the spire, though. Subterraneous link to the inner mind, a hot tea. Okay, so that's like a tea. What's this? Protects against insanity in all its forms. These items, like the mind itself, are not well understood. A shield charm. An Orshatic spirit or a wandering shroud will not abide them, for example. A variety of materials, though rarely precious metals. Shimmer. Armor worn by the Knights of Thorn. A silent breath. A white stag guardian of the forest. There are those that consider the white white heart a prize to be claimed, but there is no glory to be had from killing such a noble guardian of the forest. A silent breath contains a small token taken from a living white stag. While the stag lives, the item will retain its power, allowing the bearer to sense danger before it arrives. I wonder. Wasn't there something that gave me like a sense of dread? Strong sense of being watched. Okay, let's go back to the Labula. Change. Anything else? Wisdom. Change in wisdom. That's it. Change and wisdom. Oops. Wow, a deep fear has taken root. I must break the hold it has over me. Oh. Click a segment of the seal and bank the dice to break it. Bank. Whoa. Now that's cool. Okay. He wants a Labula. Not that. Not the Labula. Not the Labula. Not the Labula either. Okay, so we have pretty much tried most of these. What about this one? That's it! This item bears a symbol of wisdom. Where's the symbol of wisdom? Are you kidding me? How does it... Nothing to remark. Nothing. Just raised details and its prompts. What the fuck? Wow. Okay. That one was kind of hard. Thanks for playing the Strange Antiquities demo. There's a lot more to uncover in the full version of the game. More gameplay elements to discover that we won't spoil for you here. More secrets to unearth and a sinister plot involving ancient deities. Deities? 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 Dark articles and a meddlesome priest that will lead to one of several unique endings. Ooh, that's so exciting. I'm assuming there's going to be a map too. Wow. That was great. I enjoyed that a lot.